right, everybody. Welcome to a bright and sunshiny playoff edition of the Coach's Couch. We've got Coach with us. We got Chad with us. We've got the sunshine with us. We're live at Yoyo's. Love it here at Yoyo's. Always love to come for the breakfast special. Coach has his coffee, which he definitely needs today. He never has enough energy. Before we get started, Coach, let's thank our sponsors. Couch sponsors Darren and Lindsay Peters, Alex and Amy Giorgio. Of course, we got special guests today. We got a couple coaches coming in. Obviously, the players in school. But let's get right to it today. Let's talk about last week. And when I say talk about last week, Chad, let's keep it really brief because we're in a new season now.
That's right. Yeah, okay, just really quick recap. Just very, very quick question, yes or no? Was I mistaken, was it 42-0 at half?
Yes.
Okay, so I noticed that they scored 13 in the second half. Did you mainly play
Backups. Yes,
sorry.
that's correct.
Okay.
And they left their starters in the whole time. So it was really good experience for our backup kids to face their starters. Absolutely.
So they gave up 2 touchdowns, but you pulled out a win that was really never in question. Everyone kind of felt like that was going to be a win either way. The other thing I wanted to ask you is I noticed that we didn't do a whole lot of rushing. Was that intentional?
I don't know if intentional is the right word, but what I will say is, again, our offensive staff does an incredible job of taking what the defense gives us. We felt really good about our passing game against their secondary. Their secondary is rather young, inexperienced, kind of, I use this nicely, but out of place a lot, on some formations and stuff. So we felt really good in the passing game as far as that's concerned. And then we did just enough in the running game to keep them honest. We tried some new things. We wanted to see how some things looked. That game and that score allowed us the opportunity to be able to do some of those things.
Well, let me just say congrats on an awesome wrap-up to the regular season, 7-2. We got a big game tonight, Coach. Nobody knows that more than you. We've got Sacred Heart Griffin coming in. Dan, tell me you've got something prepared for this.
I got a little prepared, so I know Coach knows a lot more about them than we do, but SHG, perennial powerhouse year after year. Coming at 5-4, but that is a very misleading record. They've played some really great teams. Those losses, Coach, are great losses for them, if there is such a thing. You talked about how well they travel and the environment we look forward to tonight, but what I got from a little bit of film that I watch is they like to run the ball. Talk about the challenges SHG brings in to this playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, first off, we're incredibly grateful to still be playing at this time of the year, right? Like we talk about that all the time. This is a new season, and only 32 teams in Class 5A are still getting the opportunity to play tonight. So it is very special, and again, hats off to the kids and our coaching staff for doing a tremendous job this year of earning the right to be able to still be playing. And again, we talk about that all the time, that football is the one sport where you have to earn the right to be in postseason play. Most other sports, no matter what, you're getting the chance to compete in a regional, et cetera. But no, our kids have earned it, and so I'm really proud of them and unbelievably excited for this opportunity tonight. SHG does come in here with a 5-4 record that is very misleading in a very good, conference. And you said it best, right? The history and the tradition of SHG, something like 44 straight playoff appearances and 28 state championship games or something crazy like that, right? So, again, the opportunity for us to compete against a program like this is certainly there. We're certainly incredibly excited for that opportunity. And our kids know if we want to be where we want to be as far as our goals are concerned, these are the type of teams that you have to play and you have to beat. And so, again, our kids are prepared. We had a great week of practice. I'm excited for the Dog Pound to be rocking tonight. It should be a heck of a lot of fun, and they obviously travel really well. So it's going to be a great environment, a great atmosphere, and overall, if you're a football fan, it's going to be a great game, no doubt.
And great weather. I mean, sometimes this time of year you don't know what you're going to get weather-wise. I look forward to the weather being perfect, so you have all facets of your offensive game at your disposal. But again, talk about you talk about chasing champions. This is a perfect opportunity this week, and if you somehow get this, we expect to get through this week, but you got another one coming behind. Talk about that theme of chasing champions that you've talked about, and how that playoff seeding and lineup potentially looks to you and coming to fruition for that kind of theme.
Yeah, again, if you're going to be a champion, you got to catch them, and you got to catch them, and you got to beat them. And so whether it's the first round or whether it's the fourth round, it doesn't matter. Eventually, you're going to have to beat champions. And again, this week, and if we get past this week, then next week we're right back kind of in the same boat as far as catching champions. But this week it kind of had a double meaning for us. Not only competing and playing and beating hopefully an SHG program that's full of championships, but also it's even more deeper than that from a leadership standpoint. We talk about highlighting or promoting what championship mindset and championship ability is, so to speak. And so our goal or our theme this week was to highlight those kids who are going above and beyond and doing championship-like things. Again, whether it's staying after practice, catching extra balls, cleaning up the locker room, being a great student in the classroom, and I'm getting an email from a science teacher telling me how great of a job this kid is doing. That's catching champions. We talk about all the time, catch champions, not criminals, right? Too many times in society today, or just in general, we want to point out the negatives, right? Hey, don't do this. You shouldn't have done this, etc. Instead of, no, let's highlight the great that's going on. That this kid is leading by example. He's doing an excellent job. Let's promote him. Let's acknowledge that. Let's highlight that, and let's be champions. That's a championship attitude. That's a championship mindset. And so again, it kind of had a double meaning for us this week. And again, hats off to our leadership group. They've done an incredible job with our team throughout this entire year, and hopefully we get to keep it going here in this second season.
Yeah, speaking of the second season, RZ has a clip he's going to play here shortly. He actually got a clip of you and the guys receiving the word where you're placed, who you're playing. Ryan, you ready for that? Cue it up.
Dave Bernhardt, Edgy Tim Halloran with you, and let's move on to Class 5A. You may have noticed already, not a lot of 9-0 teams, maybe a record low 9-0 teams. Here are the bottom four matchups in Class 5A. Hillcrest. Okay, moving on. Mahomet Seymour lost to Highland in a couple overtimes, lost to Sycamore by just a touchdown. They can score. What an interesting matchup here with Sacred Heart Griffin. Then the bottom game in this bracket finds Jacksonville, traveling to Joliet to face the Hilltoppers. You remember JCA finished second in Nazareth last year, but the Hill, 15-time state champs.
15 seed Hillcrest, slow start, finished pretty strong, so that could be an interesting early matchup with Peoria. But Dave, as you mentioned, Mahomet Seymour and Sacred Heart, wow, two contrasting styles of offense. That will be a great first round game.
We've mentioned Nazareth Academy.
Let's go!
All right, thank you for that, Ryan. That was pretty awesome.
Incredible.
Love the extra. RZ does such a great job. By the way, he's one of our featured guests today.
Who did you say that?
Can't
RZ?
wait.
Oh, RZ?
Executive
He
producer.
made it on the show?
His show.
He made it on his own show.
All gloves are off, Dan.
It's the RZ couch today. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. Before we get to RZ, we got some other special guests We've got Inside the Huddle sponsored by This Week in Bulldog Athletics coming right after the break. Or Chalk Talk. Thank you. That's why it's his show.
Bulldog Nation by sponsoring Coach's Couch. Become a segment sponsor today and get your business featured in a 15-second ad during the show. Plus enjoy a shout-out during your sponsored segment. Contact us at the information on your screen to secure your spot today.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
Looking for high-quality pro audio? Movo is your solution. The WMX2 Duo is perfect for interviews, podcasts, or presentations with its wireless, hassle-free audio. Upgrade your audio with Movo today. Shop the WMX2 Duo at movo.com. Movo. Creators wanted.
This week in Bulldog Athletics is the leader in Mahomet Seymour Junior High and High School athletics. Not only providing you with daily game recaps of all sports, but also providing captivating photography, graphics, and videography to showcase our Bulldog athletes. Give Twiba a follow on our socials, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.
Support Bulldog Nation by sponsoring Coach's Couch. Become a segment sponsor today and get your business featured in a 15-second ad during the show. Plus enjoy a shout-out during your sponsored segment. Contact us at the information on your screen to secure your spot today.
Really close.
Yeah. All right, we're back on the Coach's Couch. RZ corrected me. This is not a segment sponsored by This Week in Bulldog Athletics.
No.
This is called Chalk Talk.
This is Chalk Talk.
Yeah, and we don't have a sponsor. So if you're out there, you have some extra cash, we'll take it. Send it to RZ. You can be a sponsor next year even on the Coach's Couch. We'll do it again next year, I think. I don't know. But, hey, we want to welcome Coach Rob Gallier and Coach Josh Barnes, two of the freshman coaches, the freshies. They bring them up. Like you said, it all starts down there. Of course, it starts at flag football.
Well, we're going to get to that. Just hold your horses, Dan.
And then it goes to MSYF, and then these guys get the kids. Rob, of course, is the offensive coordinator. Chad, you got some questions. You're the offensive guy. What do you got for Rob?
Well, the first question I want to ask is, let me think about this. In 4 years, there's going to be a player on your team. His last name is Atkins. Are you going to treat him any different?
Yeah, I would probably treat Jack a little different. I'd treat him like
tougher, though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Tougher. Okay.
I
all right. See, that one just came top of my mind. That's just how those happen. But in all seriousness, a couple things I wanted to ask you is, we don't get we're not at that level, so we don't have a full understanding of the football program. Generally speaking, at the freshman level, are you running similar packages to what the varsity is so that they're learning all the way through the program?
Yes, we try to do exactly what the varsity's doing. We may dumb it down just a little bit, but all the terminology, all the formations, plays that we do is stuff that they're doing at the varsity level. I know Coach Berner at the varsity level, he steps his game up a little bit with what he's calling, but all the freshmen know exactly what we're running and what the varsity's running.
So that's it. I don't know if you heard that, but they're basically running the same type of offense essentially as the varsity. So by the time they're at least 2, maybe 3 years into it, learning the program. That's kind of interesting. We don't do that in flag football, Dan.
No. Coach doesn't give us any of the lingo or the language, but
no.
It makes sense because then they're speaking the right language, right? And they're already ready to go. So Coach Atkins will have to spend time on the basics, hopefully, of the nuances, I guess, of the offense.
So last question for you, Coach. So you're coaching freshmen, but you've got a little history in the program.
I do, yes.
I have a family member. We used to call his name.
Yes, absolutely.
What was his name again?
There's two of them.
Yeah,
that's right.
I had two boys. My oldest boy, Mitchell, came through the program, and then my youngest boy, as you guys refer to, is Big Jack.
Big Jack Gallier.
So,
oh, yeah. Okay, so what's Jack up to these days?
So Jack is out at Sioux Falls playing football out there and enjoying it. He's redshirting this year, and he actually has a big game next week. They were picked to finish last in their conference, and they're playing for a conference championship next week against Augustana.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
game.
awesome. Well, you tell him we miss calling his name.
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
Dan, you know anything about defense?
Well, speaking of Big Jack, I almost said Atkins. Big Jack Gallier.
It's not Atkins. That's Atkins
Jack
right there.
Atkins is coming, though. But Big Jack Gallier is a defensive guy. And I've got a defensive guy here. Josh, talk about where'd you come from? You're kind of newer. How did Coach find you? Kind of give us your background in football, or how'd you connect with the program?
Yeah, absolutely. So originally from Tennessee, was a two-sport athlete, baseball and football. Was fortunate enough to do that in college as well. Moved to Illinois actually 13 years ago today. Met my wife in Tennessee, moved here, and I work with Alex Giorgio, who is a former Mahomet football player. He's been a part of the program for several years now, and I've always had this inkling of being at a high school game, whether it's been a Mahomet game or Monticello or whatnot, you feel like you're standing on the wrong side of the fence, right? And so wanting to kind of get more involved in sports, out of college in the summer months, working with our baseball team where I'm from, as well as football team, and kind of had been out of that and coaching my son's youth sport teams. Just felt like I really wanted to get back into the high school level. Mentioned that to Alex. He was kind enough to stick his neck out on the line and got me introduced to Coach Adkins. We met, had a great visit, and was very fortunate to be a part of the program and then hit the ground running from there.
Yeah, that makes sense. So a Tennessee guy, this guy's a Roll Tide fan. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think
Tennessee spoke.
I think Tennessee spoke loud and clear last week. Good old Rocky Top, baby.
They beat us every damn year.
Okay, Morgan.
Yeah, I see what I did
I
there.
see what you did there. I imagine you're a Morgan Wallen guy too.
Me not so much. My wife, yeah.
Okay.
So I dabble in the country music a little bit. I'm more of a Chris Stapleton fan myself.
Oh,
so.
can't go wrong with Stapleton.
He can be on this couch anytime he wants, minus the Tennessee reference.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to football, Josh. Josh Barnes, our freshman DC. What's your favorite part of the job, coaching those young guys? What's kind of the most rewarding and most challenging? Both sides of that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of 2-on-1, right? It's watching the growth and development of each and every individual player. Coach Gallier kind of hit on it a while ago. A lot of the things that we teach are very similar to what they learn at the varsity level. So trying to kind of come in and have them understand the concepts, the fundamentals, the dynamics of our scheme that we run defensively, and watching that process. At first, they look like a deer in headlights, right? Trying to figure out the play calls, the movements, things like that, and just kind of watching that process from June to July to August to where we are at the end of the season, and just seeing that growth and development. That's the fun part, but it's also the frustrating part, right? Because you feel like you're kind of going over the same things over and over, but then when it finally clicks, it's like that aha moment, and it makes you feel good as a coach, and from that standpoint of being able to teach, but also being proud and excited for the kids of what they learn and their ability to grow and develop.
Well, I got a question for Rob here. Rob, how does it feel? You've been around the program a long time. How does it feel for you to see those freshies come in and then 3 years later see him like a Luke Dyer, see him completely grown up? Your perspective, how does that feel?
Oh, that it feels amazing, and I'm glad you asked that, because I've always felt as a freshman coach, our job is important, because if they don't have fun at the freshman level, they may not come back, and I always encourage them to do that, because I want to watch them become Blue Dot members and come through the program, play 4 years, and it is fun to watch them grow, and as young men, and to finish your career out strong, at the high school level.
Yeah, it's got to be rewarding.
Hey, just one quick question.
Yeah.
How many texts do you guys get throughout the season from a parent that thinks they know how to call football better than you do?
I will say I was personally speaking.
You don't get questions first. This is the hot seat.
Yeah, personally speaking, I was fortunate enough that I did not get any of those, and I can tell you this: had I gotten one of those, this guy right here would have been the number I gave away. That's for sure. So I'll let you
nobody
speak
has
to the
Josh's
boss.
number yet.
Yeah, no, let me speak to that boss.
Okay.
All right, this is the time of the show. Now, these guys don't normally get to see or be a part of the show because they're coaching.
Yeah.
Because normally we do a Thursday night kind of deal or right before their game. So they're unfamiliar, but we always ask our coaches to say a few things about Coach. In other words, roast Coach Jon Adkins. So this is your opportunity.
We
got anything?
There are no jobs on the line. You can say whatever you want.
Well, lucky for us, we're volunteers. We don't got to worry about the job aspect. So.
Even better.
No, I guess I'll start. It's not really too much of a roast per se, but I guess some of you guys may or may not have noticed it, but I'll give you Coach's two favorite things to say. It's you're talking to him, he'd make a joke, or you're just telling a story. Oh, I love it. It's always I love it, or you're the man. You're the man. So I'm sure a lot of people have picked up on those, but yeah, I haven't been around too long to be able to get those good stories, the behind the curtain peeks for you guys, but I'll leave that to Coach Gallier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there again, I wish I would have known you were going to ask that, because I would have really thought of something great to say. But I guess if there's one thing that John does is he always has his ways of doing stuff during or before the game. You know, he likes things a certain way. I guess it's really not roasting him because I'm used to it now, but he just does things a certain way and has his little niche about things. I really want to share a story, but I don't think it's appropriate.
Hey, we're live. We're not live right now. Wink, wink. Yeah.
Hey, before we let these guys go, we can't let them go without talking about your record this year. How did the freshman team end up? Talk about the record and kind of summarize the season real quick.
So we finished the season 6-2, Dan. Our only two losses were to Morton and Chatham Glenwood. We got beat by Morton by 2 points, Chatham Glenwood by 6. So it was a very successful season. Great group of young men. I couldn't be prouder of the job that they did this year. A lot of great athletes. A few of them were asked to help out with scout team this week during playoff week, which I think is huge at the freshman level. If you get asked to come up and participate in playoff week with the varsity, that's saying something. And we did have a few kids. I know Noah Schneider was picked, one of them. Colin Hammerschmidt, Bradley Jones, I think Connor McCall is another linebacker, and Will Selk was picked as well. So hats off to those guys. They were definitely leaders for our team this year, and like I said, I'm very proud of them.
You want to add anything to that, Josh?
Yeah, no, just to iterate what Coach said. I feel like overall we had a really good season. Players got to learn, grow, develop, and watching them do that was awesome. I think one of the things you always wonder about is who's the next man up? What's the next class going to do? And if the work that these guys put in this season and the growth and development that they had is any indication, Mahomet Seymour football is going to be in great shape for the next 3 years after this season for sure.
Future's bright. Coaches, thanks for coming on the Coach's Couches.
Yes.
We'll see you. Good luck helping out the playoff team this evening, and go Dogs.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
We'll be right back after this break.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
Looking for high-quality pro audio? Movo is your solution. The WMX2 Duo is perfect for interviews, podcasts, or presentations with its wireless, hassle-free audio. Upgrade your audio with Movo today. Shop the WMX2 Duo at movo.com. Movo. Creators wanted.
This week in Bulldog Athletics is the leader in Mahomet Seymour Junior High and High School athletics. Not only providing you with daily game recaps of all sports, but also providing captivating photography, graphics, and videography to showcase our Bulldog athletes. Give Twiba a follow on our socials, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.
Support Bulldog Nation by sponsoring Coach's Couch. Become a segment sponsor today and get your business featured in a 15-second ad during the show. Plus, enjoy a shout-out during your sponsored segment. Contact us at the information on your screen to secure your spot today.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
Looking for high-quality pro audio? Movo is your solution. The WMX2 Duo is perfect for interviews, podcasts, or presentations with its wireless, hassle-free audio. Upgrade your audio with Movo today. Shop the WMX2 Duo at movo.com. Movo. Creators wanted.
This week in Bulldog Athletics is the leader in Mahomet Seymour Junior High and High School athletics. Not only providing you with daily game recaps of all sports, but also providing captivating photography, graphics, and videography to showcase our Bulldog athletes. Give Twiba a follow on our socials, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.
Support Bulldog Nation by sponsoring Coach's Couch. Become a segment sponsor today and get your business featured in a 15-second ad during the show. Plus, enjoy a shout-out during your sponsored segment. Contact us at the information on your screen to secure your spot today.
Greetings, Bulldog Nation. The Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
Looking for high-quality pro audio? Movo is your solution. The WMX2 Duo is perfect for interviews, podcasts, or presentations with its wireless, hassle-free audio. Upgrade your audio with Movo today. Shop the WMX2 Duo at movo.com. Movo. Creators wanted.
This week in Bulldog Athletics is the leader in Mahomet Seymour Junior High and High School athletics. Not only providing you with daily game recaps of all sports, but also providing captivating photography, graphics, and videography to showcase our Bulldog athletes. Give Twiba a follow on our socials, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.
Support Bulldog Nation by sponsoring Coach's Couch. Become a segment sponsor today and get your business featured in a 15-second ad during the show. Plus, enjoy a shout-out during your sponsored segment. Contact us at the information on your screen to secure your spot today.
I was like, I'm not wearing orange.
He's drinking us. Hey, welcome back to the Coach's Couch live at Yoyo's this morning for the playoff edition. It's week 1, really. It's not week 10, it's week 1.
And it's rowdy in here. We can barely hear each
Yeah,
other.
can't hardly hear you guys. Guys, this is the segment sponsored by Twiba this week in Bulldog Athletics. We call it Inside the Huddle, but we've got a guy this morning that is behind all of the huddles. Behind
He is the huddle.
He is also the huddle. You guys hear us reference RZ a lot, or Cletus, Ryan Ziegler. Well, this is the man that you don't get to see on camera ever, but he is in charge of production for this show.
Say he's got a face
he
for
does
radio.
all the Bulldog TV stuff. I can't hear them. I don't know what they say.
He's got a face for radio.
Okay.
No.
You gonna take that,
Absolutely
RZ?
not.
So let's get started. RZ, first of all, how did you get interested in production or TV or media or whatever? How did you start?
It's actually a weird story. So I was sitting in Mr. Anderson's class for Intro to Engineering.
I love that he had to take his headset off because he's hearing himself.
Yeah, it's echoing. So I was sitting in Mr. Anderson's engineering class my sophomore year, and he had mentioned that they needed help for Bulldog TV, which was like, they broadcast the sports live. And so I was like, that sounds interesting. So I asked him, got involved. My first year I did like the camera work, and then my junior year I basically moved up and did mostly controlling, switching the cameras, getting everything set up and all that. Did it senior year. Last year I came back for football, obviously, and came back again this year, and we started this show as well. So,
And by way, he means him started.
Yeah.
Chad, did you notice his shirt today? He's fully embraced Cletus.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. I'm going to hand it over to Coach and Chad. I know you got questions for RZ or comments. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, how important is Dan and I being a part of Bulldog TV impact you coming back?
it's important. Honestly, I'll be 100% honest. If they don't come back, I'm not sure if I'm coming back.
Oh, you'll still be in because you're going to develop your career.
I think the feeling's mutual, though. If he don't come back, sorry, Coach.
Yeah, well, this guy, you got to do a little work, keep the band together. But I do just want to say, it's been honestly a true pleasure from the very moment we stepped in. Dan was doing it from I stepped in. Was like, okay, yeah, you can freak out a little bit. People don't see that. There's things getting thrown around when there's a lot of things happening, right? The internet's got to be there. The feeds, the camera guys got to be there. Mm-hmm. The behind the scenes is something we actually should show sometime because it's
that would be awesome.
Taylorville
it's quite
did that.
easy.
I watched their behind the scenes broadcast when you guys played them, and it was interesting, and I actually felt good about our team because they had mishaps as well, and they have like the state-of-the-art broadcasting system down there, and they were having problems as well. They had cameras down. They had crew members that, weren't exactly thinking 100%. It was cold, windy, all that made me feel good about our team as well. So
Ryan, tell the viewers, what are you doing these days? Because you're out of school, you're out of high school, I should say, and what do you want to do with this? Because you're starting to build, a little, we'll say a little empire, but you've got sponsors now. You want to pursue this more full time?
Some part of media production. I'm not exactly sure what, but I like doing this. It's fun. I like coming here every Thursday night, sometimes Fridays, depending on flag football, but whatever.
He says whatever.
But I would love to see where this goes. But right now I'm also at Parkland doing the media production program.
Well, this is a great real-world experience for you. Coach, you have any questions? Oh,
Yeah.
do you want to roast him at all?
No, absolutely
Oh,
not. If
there
there's
we go.
one person that I would never roast, it's RZ.
That's awesome.
Again, just because of all the stuff that he does. Again, not many people at home watching get to see all of the stuff that we get to see and how he makes graphics. He had Coach Barnes' name up there when it zoomed into him, and he switched from camera 1 to camera 3. Like, he legitimately does professional work, and it's absolutely incredible for a kid who's just recently graduated, within the last years or so, whatever. So, but RZ, I guess that's my question. After Parkland, what does it look like? I mean, is it on to a couple more years of college, or can you start in the field right away after that? How long until we see you on the big time? You know what I mean? And don't forget about us little guys at Yo-Yos.
No, I won't. I haven't decided for sure yet. Options I have now are either go to ISU, 2 years there, or find a job somewhere and start working. But I haven't decided yet, so still up in the air.
I know for a fact that Chad and I have passed up ESPN multiple times because he wasn't quite ready.
Oh, I'm sure.
ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
It's jobs.
Yeah.
Because if I can't take this crew,
we've been waiting.
Exactly.
Well, it's time to grow up, Ryan, and we need you to get your act together so we can all, go to the next level.
Okay. Once you get the real job, bring us along.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are so proud of you. We talked about freshmen a lot today. You were just a little freshy. I've seen you even before that. And Chad said it. You've come a long way from panic mode. Now there's only brief panic modes. He's totally out of control. But Coach also said it. He's doing this show by himself. There's multiple cameras, multiple mics, multiple screens. We get to see what's live. Like, we've got a monitor. This is a professional production, guys, for real. And that's a credit to him. Zero credit to any of us.
I also got to say, I found out the other day that if I can get a big TV in here or access to one of these TVs, I can put the live stream up on that TV for everyone watching here at Yoyo's.
You heard it here first. Next week.
Where is the end? Does it ever end?
Does it end? Talk to Lucas. Make it happen. Hey, let's get a win tonight. He's part of the Bulldog TV crew. Actually, he is the Bulldog TV crew as well. So he's got to get back to school.
I'm hoping we bring the A-team tonight.
Love it.
Playoff game.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We're at an A- team, but that's okay.
Real quick, before we leave, I want to thank all of the sponsors that have sponsored the show this year. It's been a great first year. Hopefully we can bring this back next year. That's my goal right now, is to make it work no matter where I'm at. So thank you guys, and thanks to the viewers that have followed. I know right now I'm not exactly sure what our view total is, but we've had a bunch of views, a lot of subscribers, followers on Instagram. I think we're almost at 200 followers there, and we started that like 6 weeks ago. So the community has been great in supporting this show. So I just want to thank you guys.
Well done. Awesome. Hey, don't forget, where do you go to follow? What's all the handles?
At Coach's Couch _Mahomet on YouTube, Instagram, and we're also on Facebook now.
Yeah, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, but RZ is going to have a 2025 package, sponsorship package ready to go before you know it, but we got a lot more football to play this year, so tune in next week. That's it for RZ. You got anything else? Any other parting words?
So I'm going to see if this keyboard works. If not, then
he's mad.
He's always thinking.
Hey, get it together, Cletus.
All right, let's take a quick.
Appreciate you,
hey,
buddy.
Ryan, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Coach's Couch.
yeah, it's not going to work.
Bulldog Gridiron Club is a non-profit organization made up of parents and community members whose goal is to enhance the reputation and tradition of Mahomet Seymour Bulldog football and cheerleading through financial support and community outreach. To learn more about what we've done, what we have planned, and how you can help support our student athletes, visit our website for more information. Go Bulldogs!
Your Bulldog football game highlights are brought to you by This Week in Bulldog Athletics.
Ball.
Be sure to follow This Week in Bulldog Athletics on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok for your Bulldog Nation updates, information, and more. Go Bulldogs.
Hey, as Coach mentioned, great job on the highlights, RZ. Y'all just saw, put together by Twiba, brought to you this morning by RZ, Cletus, Ziegler, Ryan. We've got another sponsored segment we call Sidelines. sponsored by the Bulldog Gridiron Club. This is where we field questions from the crowd. This morning's crowd is really engaged with each other.
It's awesome.
A lot of meetings happening. I love this place. A lot of coffee. Well, it's Yo-Yo's coffee.
We'll probably be, I don't know, I'd sign an autographs when we're done here, would we?
Well, I don't think anybody cares about what we're doing, to be fair. But, Coach, we do have some questions for you that came in during the week. I'll get us started. I know you've got one, Chad. This one comes from Jeb from Spring Lake. Jeb asked, do you feel like you got a raw deal in the playoffs? I don't know what he means by that. If he's talking about
probably talking about our draw, yeah.
Draw.
You know, Jeb from Spring Lake, appreciate that question. I am not in the business to decide what we should or shouldn't do. Again, we're just incredibly grateful and thankful to still be playing in Week 10. It's an honor to be here. It's very hard to achieve. So the fact that we get to play anybody in Week 10 is certainly a great opportunity for our kids. I will say, and this is like a conversation amongst the coaches throughout the state, that the IHSA probably should step in and do something. I know a lot of other states. One of my buddies out in California, they use what is called the Cal Preps rating. And so if you go on there, they essentially take it's like a formula that's done, and they take wins, loss records, but then they take a strength of schedule, and ultimately they build out the top rankings, right? Like you've seen power rankings in the NFL, and certainly they do that a little bit in college football as well. Well, Cal Preps Ratings does that. And if you go on Cal Preps Rating, it has us ranked as 11th in Class 5A, and it has SHG ranked as 13th in Class 5A. You would think that 11 shouldn't be playing a 13 in round one. So maybe if they tried to develop some sort of formula, again, that's based off of not only necessarily record, but more so strength of schedule. As we mentioned, SHG has some really good losses on their record. Then maybe it would even things out a little bit more. How many times did we see last year 9-0s lose to 5-4s in the first round because it wasn't necessarily a true 5-4? If you're a 3A school and your 4 losses are to 5A schools, well, is that really? Or 4 losses, is that really a true 5-4 team? Some would argue, no, it's not. So I definitely think that there should be something done as far as the way that they rank and or seed out teams in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, like I said, we got to show up. We got to play 4 quarters of football, and we got to get the job done no matter who it is. And we're definitely excited to still have the opportunity to be playing.
Yeah, interesting take on that. But you're a tech guy, like all the tech and data and analytics out there. You would think that maybe it's time for the IHSA to take a look at what's out there, what resources are available now that weren't when they came out with the playoff pairing, and see if we can utilize that to better the entire tournament.
I'll get on the horn with them tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, you're a tech guy. Maybe you can
work it out.
Call them or
here's
message
one.
them.
Tony from where in the heck is Bellflower?
Bellflower? That's out by Mansfield, probably over by Bernice's house.
Oh, they're probably best
Bellflower's a small
I've never
town.
even heard of Bellflower, to be honest with you.
What is it, Tony?
Tony from Bellflower. Okay,
definitely the only
Coach,
Tony there.
What concerns you most about SHG, and did it keep you up at night this week?
Well, I don't ever sleep, so absolutely it kept me up at night. They are very versatile from a standpoint of the athletes that they have and how they can hurt you if you slip up just a little bit here or there. For example, if you take a wrong angle on a bubble route on the edge, that kid's going to go 90 yards. If you aren't squeezing hard and wrong arming, they're going to kick you out, and he's hit the seam, and it's going for 70. They are very, very good at hitting the explosive plays because of their talented athletes that they have. And again, their guys up front do a great job of creating those holes to allow for those explosive plays. Defensively, they disguise a lot of looks. They're going to bring pressure from different areas where, again, if you don't have your head up and you're not prepared for it, you could get caught off guard and we could miss an assignment here or there. So we definitely have to be focused on every single play and make sure that we're executing to the best of our ability. So yeah, I mean, you know, again, when you realize or know that it could just be one or two little things here or there that could be a difference in a ball game when you get to this point in the season, absolutely that'll keep you up at night, you know. And again, most of the times in big games, it comes down to penalties and turnovers. You know, the team that takes care of the ball and plays a good, clean football usually is the team that ends up winning. All that being said, I actually was able to sleep this week more probably than I ever have been in playoff weeks. Because we had an incredible week of practice. Our kids were focused. The energy and effort was there. We feel prepared. And again, ready to go for this challenge and this opportunity. It's exciting. It really is exciting. We're at home. It's going to be a great ball game with a great atmosphere. And I'm really, really proud of our kids and excited for them to have this opportunity.
Oh, that's great change from last year, as I recall. You didn't feel great going into week one with the practice week prior, and obviously showed on the field a little bit. So that's encouraging. Monica from Mahomet has a question for you.
Who is it?
Monica.
Yeah.
She's from Mahomet here in town.
He said, yeah. He knows her.
Do you know Monica?
She used to run that gym on 150.
Oh, yeah. Well, Monica wants to know. She usually has date night on Fridays, she says. Are you ever going to host a Saturday playoff game so I can come to the game?
Well, Monica, hopefully if you can't attend in person, you get to watch these clowns on Bulldog TV. That would be awesome. Because we appreciate your support, Monica. But great question. Starting in the third round and every round after, it has to be on Saturday. There's no choice once it gets to that. The first and second round, the teams do still have an option or a choice to play on Friday if they would like. Now they both have to agree. And again, credit to SHG for agreeing to our option or suggestion for Friday night at 7. They were 100% on board with that. Who knows, you know, what next week might bring, hopefully, potentially. But then, yes, starting in the third round, it must be on Saturday. And if the two teams don't agree on Friday night in the first or the second round, then it has to be played on Saturday. So, sorry, Monica, but SHG agreed to our Friday night game. So that's why we're having it tonight.
Do you prefer Friday nights because it kind of keeps your normal cadence? You know, you're not, of course you could potentially get another practice out of it, but it kind of just keeps what they've been used to the whole season. Is that your preference?
Yeah, I'm really big about routine. I think anytime you can keep a kids in the same routine that they're used to, it's nothing new, right? Sometimes change is hard, change is different, change is difficult. So the more that we can limit change and keep those kids in that constant routine that they're used to, it just becomes, you know, second nature to them, and it's a natural, you know, they're in their natural habitat, so to speak. And so, again, Friday night, under the lights, at home, showing up at 4:40, like the kids know the routine and the expectation for it. So, you know, Saturdays scare me from a standpoint of, you know, I don't like them potentially being at home all day, possibly laying around. I mean, we do a good job of getting them up, getting them breakfast, getting them fed, you know, a little bit of walkthrough or whatever if we have to play on a Saturday morning. But then it's that lull time of, you know, do they go back home and they lay back on their couch, or do they go out and they run around all day? So that's the stuff that kind of fears me. If we were to play on Saturday, where again, Fridays I know that they're in class, I know that they're in their normal routine, bell rings, they get out here, travel gear on, attendance, walk through, let's roll. So,
well, I was going to ask a follow-up to that. I mean, Friday Night Lights is special, so I appreciate that you try to do that because I think it's awesome when we play under the lights, especially at home. Yeah. Now, do you prefer, if you have to go Saturday, do you prefer under the lights or do you prefer a day game?
Yeah, under the lights, no doubt. Again, there's several reasons why. One of those I'm going to keep to myself because it benefits us about why we like to play in the evening. Sure. But at the same time, you know, some people work Saturday afternoons, right? So we allow them to get off work and still be able to attend the game. You can get all your shopping or your garage sailing or whatever done during the day. Sometime the Illini play in the afternoon, right? You can go there and then still be able to. So, I mean, there's many different factors and reasons of why I would still try to play it on a Saturday evening. Another one, you know, is potentially the distance of travel for the team that we're playing. You know, you play a 1 o'clock game. Who the heck wants to get up at 7 a.m. and travel, right? So it's kind of out of respect for those guys as well. But again, I think that there's several different factors or reasons. But if we could play it on a Saturday evening, that would be my preference as well.
You can also get flag football in during the day.
Forgot about that.
So
we have our own championships to worry about, Dan.
That's really where my head was headed. You got anything else that came in?
Nope.
Well, that's it for the sideline. It is sidelines.
It actually
is.
That's
it for the sideline segment, sponsored by Bulldog Gridiron Club. I am off my game a little today, but that's okay. We're going to be on our game tonight. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to do a wrap-up, and then we're going to go play football tonight at Frank Dutton Field.
Looking for high-quality pro audio? Movo is your solution. The WMX2 Duo is perfect for interviews, podcasts, or presentations with its wireless, hassle-free audio. Upgrade your audio with Movo today. Shop the WMX2 Duo at movo.com. Movo. Creators wanted.
This week in Bulldog Athletics is the leader in Mahomet Seymour Junior High and High School athletics. Not only providing you with daily game recaps of all sports, but also providing captivating photography, graphics, and videography to showcase our Bulldog athletes. Give Twiba a follow on our socials, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.
Support Bulldog Nation by sponsoring Coach's Couch. Become a segment sponsor today and get your business featured in a 15-second ad during the show. Plus, enjoy a shout-out during your sponsored segment. Contact us at the information on your screen to secure your spot today.
Bad change real quick. Hey, we're back. We're live. On the Coach's Couches. Playoff special. Big game tonight, Frank Dutton Field. Coach, any last parting words for your game plan tonight that you don't want to give away?
No, again, just excited for the opportunity, excited to be back at home for our fans and our community. I know that they do an awesome job of getting the dog pound rocking, and I can't wait. Again, thanks to everybody who makes it such a special environment. You know, it definitely does help the boys, and we're gonna need you. We're gonna need you tonight. So hopefully we see everybody there.
The track, right?
Pack the track.
I got one more surprise for us.
Okay.
Hey, 1 second. See real quick. I want to introduce a special guest this morning. His name's Zeke Collins. Zeke, you have to be really close to the mic. Zeke didn't know I was putting him on, so he's on the spot. This is Chad. Why don't you introduce Zeke?
This is Zeke. He is my son, and he turns 8 years old today.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Kind of a big day for you, isn't it? What's the plans for today? Do you have any big plans?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Doing their fork. You made me pork.
Yeah, we got some pulled pork in the hood.
Oh, yeah. The first thing he thought about this morning.
King crab?
He's having king crab. That was his request for dinner, is that I make him king crab. What 8-year-old asks for king crab?
I don't know.
Melted butter and rolls for dinner.
The smartest 8-year-old I know. And you guys missed the last thing what are you doing? The last thing you just said? You're going to watch the game.
Yeah, buddy.
You're going to watch the Bulldogs, aren't you? All right. Do we have a score prediction? What do you think the Bulldogs game is going to be, score-wise?
40-0.
40-0.
Bulldogs
40-0 first. You heard it here first. That'd be an awesome birthday present for you, wouldn't it? All right, buddy. We'll try to get that done for you.
Well, happy birthday to you, Zeke. Thanks for coming on the Coach's Couch.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Oh, he's gone, and so are we. So are we. That'll be a wrap for Coach's Couch. Hey, seriously, come out tonight to Frank Dutton Field. We need everybody there. Pack it. Come listen to the drums and watch the Bulldogs win. Thanks for joining us today.